What's up, guys? Jesus Quesadilla here. Today, I welcome you to join me as I start the first episode of my new Let's Play series. And today we're going to be playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City for the PlayStation 2. This game was the first game I bought with my own money, oddly enough. It's a really phenomenal game. I mean, for its time it was phenomenal, but even nowadays it's a pretty great game. I highly encourage you guys, if you haven't played it, which to an extent I find hard to imagine, but if you haven't played it, definitely go to GameStop, get a used copy. I'm sure you can find it in their PlayStation 2 bargain bins for like $5. Today, we're going to be getting through the opening cinematics of the game and taking you through a tour over the next however many episodes it takes me to complete this Let's Play, to show you all the aspects of this game, give you a taste of all the different features that the game holds, all the different gameplay elements, as well as taking you through the entirety of Grand Theft Auto Vice City's rather impressive story. So, I guess, with Vice City, it was actually the second 3D Grand Theft Auto after Grand Theft Auto 3 came out. What Vice City did for me that Grand Theft Auto 3 didn't was setting an atmosphere. I mean, you have the whole Miami Vice thing going on with just an astounding soundtrack, and we'll get into that more once we actually get into gameplay, but believe me when I say, if you go and look up the soundtrack, you're sure to find just a plethora of 80s hits and classics that really help to tie into the Miami Beach Vice City vibe they're going for here in this game. And also add on top of that a pretty half-decent voice acting list. I mean, just taking Tommy Vercetti, the character we'll be playing as, for one, he's voiced by Ray Liotta, believe it or not. I have no idea how they managed to get a budget that roped in Ray Liotta, but hey, they did. So anyway, we're going to be getting into the actual game now. We're going to see the first cinematic that introduces us to Sonny Forelli and his whole band of Liberty City mobsters.
Tommy Vercetti? Shit. Didn't think they'd ever let him out.
He kept his head down. Helps people forget.
People will remember
The guy in the locker, the meat locker behind you, probably didn't forget.
It'll be bad for business.
Well, what are we gonna do, Sonny?
We treat him like an old friend and keep him busy out of town, okay? We've been talking about expanding down south, right? Vice City is 24-karat gold these days. The Colombians,
Those are
the Mexicans,
big
even
bottles
the Cuban
of
refugees
champagne.
are cutting themselves a piece of some nice action.
Do mobsters really do that? Do they just sit around bottles of champagne and stacks of money and talk like
Families
this?
can't keep their backs turned while our enemies reap the rewards. So, we send someone down to do the dirty work for us and cut ourselves a nice, quiet slice, okay? Who's our contact down there?
Ken Rosenberg. Schmuck.
Oh, Ken
How's he gonna
Rosenberg.
hold Vercetti's leash?
don't need
We
him to.
haven't met
We
Rosenberg
just
yet,
set
but
him
we're
loose
going
in
to
Vice City.
very
We give him a little
shortly.
cash to get
He,
started,
along
okay?
with another character named Kent Paul, who we'll also be meeting very shortly,
Pay him
are
what he does, right?
my two favorite
See how he's
characters from any Grand Theft Auto game ever. You'll see why. These guys are absolutely hilarious. And as we're coming in from, here we go, the airport here, we're introduced to Ken Rosenberg.
Hey guys, it's Ken Rosenberg here. Hey.
Hey, Ken, what's up?
Great. Hey. Well, I'm gonna drive you guys to the meet, okay? Now, I've talked to the suppliers, and they are very keen to start.
They
a business
look like they
relationship.
don't
So,
care
if all
in
goes
the
well,
slightest.
We should be doing very nicely for ourselves, which is, good.
I love how the two guys that
Okay, so
accompany
we're
your
brothers,
character
okay?
are just
One
absolute
operates the,
clones of each
business,
other.
and the
Like,
other one does the
they couldn't even be bothered with making different character models for the two goons that follow your guy around for this. And so we're going to get to the docks here, where apparently there's a bit of a drug deal going down. We're going to try and get our leg in the door here in Vice City. It's our first day here, and we're trying to set up this
That's
meet.
them in the chopper. All right, here's the deal. They want a straight exchange on open ground. All right? Okay,
Oh,
stay tight.
wow. I'm an idiot. I guess those guys aren't actually clones of each other. Well, they have different shirts, I guess. That's something. They're not completely the same. Uh-oh, men in black wielding rifles. This is where we ask what possibly could go wrong.
100% pure grade A Colombian, my friend.
Let me see it.
The greens?
10s and 20s. Used.
What do you mean used?
I think we have a deal, my friend.
And shit gets fucked up, basically. Yeah, it all goes to hell, and you make a mad dash, leaving behind all the money, all the drugs for these guys in black to take. And now you are really out of luck, because Sonny, that mobster who we met earlier, is not going to be very happy knowing that all of his money was lost. Alright, so here we're going to start getting to actual gameplay. We're going to take control of Tommy once this little dialogue is over. And we can start to wreak havoc and reclaim what is ours, or what will be ours. Okay, so in this game you can get inside vehicles and drive. Of course, it's Grand Theft Auto, the whole mechanic of getting in cars and being able to carjack people, take whatever car you see on the road. I guess going through some of the mechanics real quick, you'll notice in the top right corner you've got your basic stuff. You've got a time, you've got a time meter, you've got money meter, you have health, and then you have these 6 badges, and right now they're faded out, but as you progressively cause more and more trouble in Vice City, this will start to illuminate some of the badges. So if you say you run over somebody, a pedestrian, you might get one of the badges illuminated and you have a 1-star wanted level. If that escalates further, if you say start shooting a bunch of people, it might go up to 2 stars and so on. Up until the point where at 6 stars you'll actually encounter the army who has to be brought in to stop you. Needless to say, it gets pretty hectic pretty quickly. Okay, so here we're at our first save house here at Ocean View, and this is going to be our first central hub for saving the game and also being able to get a hold of weapons once we acquire them. More on that once we get into hidden packages, probably in a future episode. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and activate this cutscene here. We gotta own up to Sonny and tell him what we did and how we messed up pretty royally. Should be interesting to see how this goes.
Hello, Sonny.
Tommy! Tommy!
And damn,
Been
that
too long.
phone is big.
I know,
I mean,
know. You're just
Jesus,
overwhelmed with
it's
emotion.
like
15
a
years.
brick. Were phones really that big? No, because his isn't that big, and his doesn't even have a cord. I mean, good lord, look at that thing.
Okay? So how'd the deal go down?
It's just a
You sitting on
gray
some white gold?
rectangle with
Look,
an
Sonny, we were set
antenna
up.
sticking out
The
of
deal
it.
was an ambush. Harry and Lee are
You
dead.
better be kidding me, Tommy.
Oh, hey,
Tell
they
me
even
you
gave
still
the
got
clones
money.
names. Harry and
No,
Lee.
Sonny. I don't have the money.
That was my money, Tommy.
Uh-oh.
My money.
Well, shit.
You better not be screwing me, Tommy, because you know I'm not a man to be screwed with.
Wait, Sonny. You have my personal assurance that I'm going to get you your money back and the drugs, and I'm going to mail you the dicks of those responsible.
I already know
I
that.
love that
You're not a
line.
fool, Tommy,
I'm
but
gonna mail you the dicks of those responsible. I mean,
was anybody else.
to me that seems a little excessive. I mean, I want you to take care of these guys for me, but I don't really need their dicks sent to me in the mail. That's a little too homoerotic for me. But anyway, I digress. Little cameo there. You can actually see. Oh, well, before the cutscene ended, the character from Grand Theft Auto 3, I think his name was Fido or Claude, actually. I think Fido was the name that was given in to fans before he actually had a real name. Anyway, we're going to save here, and we're going to leave that off for this first episode. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to be seeing you guys in my second episode, which should be up shortly. Please take the time to comment below. I'd love to get some discussion starting. Tell me, what is your favorite Grand Theft Auto game and in the series, and what about it made it your favorite? I'd really like to get some discussion brewing here, and I'd like to get a pretty decent following on these videos so that we can, have a really lively community here and hopefully have some fun as we go through Vice City. Anyway, I've been Jesus Quesadilla. Peace.